I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Zetharian Plays. Today we are bringing you a 30 minutes of Once Human, the first 30 minutes of the gameplay. And this game, it is a free-to-play post-apocalyptic third-person open-world multiplayer survival game, developed and published by Starry Studio and NetEase subsidiary. The game was released on July 9th, 2024. It is available on Android, Apple, GeForce Now, and Microsoft Windows. And now, before we get into the gameplay, with my opinions that I have for this game, the hype was there. And with me having now over 40 hours of gameplay, I can honestly say, for a free-to-play survival game, multiplayer at that, it's nearly on par with games such as Rust and others like it. It's fun, it's thrilling, it can somewhat suck you in. It has, like Rust, base building, designing. It has your creation menus. It has weapons from being able to unlock new blueprints as well as crafting them, and then also upgrading them. So, with that being said, my opinion of the game may not matter to most, but it's a fun game and you should give it a chance with it being free play. So with that, let's go ahead and select a server. These are the ones that I've played on recently, but we are going to enter the game, shall we? And it looks like it's currently under maintenance. So we will be back after it's out of maintenance. Sorry for the delay. We'll be back shortly. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And the servers are no longer under maintenance. So, as you can see, it has 3 different subcategories to choose from: all scenarios, Manibus, and Evolution's Call. Evolution's Call has your PvP. Manibus is PvE. So we have 2 characters that we've already played on that were both on PvP servers. So we're going to try out the PvE. So as you can tell, they're up to 159. We're going to go to... And also, as you can tell, that each server has a cap of how many characters you can make on it. So we're just going to go to a new one. Confirm. And also, I'd like to touch a note on that games like, say, Rust, for instance, Once Human is kind of light. So they play by seasons, and they open up like every week or 2. They have a new season that comes out. It's basically progression of opening up the... Say, for instance, you're on Season 1. It's not going to have where you can pretty much rush the game and have it to where you can unlock everything in one go. Sure, you can level up and get max level, but you're not going to be able to get, say, for instance, the best weapons, the end-game unlocks of creation mode, where you have the skill tree. You're not going to be able to get all the unlocks right off the bat. That's where it progresses by seasons. And they also have, the wipe, where it'll go ahead and wipe the server, and you start over fresh. Now, off the top of my head, I'm not certain exactly when they do the wipes, but yeah, kind of like Rust, it has seasonal progression and then server wipeage. So you won't be able to keep that progress, so to speak, at a certain point in time. But we're getting right into it. And apparently, the opening cutscene does not have any music to it. All it has is dialogue. So I'm certain that y'all are not wanting to watch that. So we're just going to go ahead and skip and get right into the character creation. Another thing I like to touch on is when you're creating your character. Now, a lot of y'all don't want to do it because, you know, some people like staring at the character more than others. And, well, see, we're going to go ahead and just click something random. Mainly what I want to touch on is your fitness. You want to be overweight, so to speak. Because it doesn't tell you this, but when you're overweight and having long legs, you run faster and you perform more damage with your melee attacks, being overweight and long legs, and also your height. So just max everything to 100, and in theory you'll do, well, not theory because it's actually true, you will do more damage from melee with being overweight, big and robust as you can tell. Long legs, you'll run a little bit faster than the average Joe, and your height. Now, in game, you can lose this weight, so to speak. Your physique will go down if you kind of like, say, starve yourself. Don't constantly eat and drink water. But we'll touch on that in a later basis. Or if at all. So, let's go ahead and name the character real quick. As we all know, I am Zytharian for anything and everything. Which it already exists, so we'll just go with Zith. It already exists. Oh yeah, I have them on other servers. So we're going to go with Zethar. That'll work.
Liquid nitrogen.
So,
-195.
we'll just go ahead and listen to this cutscene real quick.
Physical movement or brain function not detected. Subject status stable. Dagger still stuck in the sheath. Inspection 481 complete.
No, I'm just kidding. We're going to skip the cutscene. Because we want to get right into... Now, as you can tell on the side right here on the left, it has all your commands of what you can do. And it shows on screen to what you can do, obviously. This right here is a tutorial at the start of the game, giving you basic instructions and everything else. So we're just gonna input the password, which normally it shows the password. There it is. Enter 0728 0728, and the door is gonna open. Now let's go ahead and get up in here. Search him. Of course, y'all can pause and read that if you want. And then we're going to unlock this door right here. Now there's going to be another cutscene. But we're going to skip it, because y'all want to see what the game has to offer in the first 30 minutes. That's why we do these videos.
Well, and you're a metahuman too.
You know who I am,
I don't know who you are,
but I know what you
but I know
are.
you awakened the cradle.
And that's something
That's
only a
something
metahuman
only
can
a
do.
Metahuman. You've lost your memory. Do you remember who you are?
And I love one thing to critique, that though this is a free-to-play game, they put a lot of
It
effort
must have been
into
that
making it
fluctuation just
full, you know,
It trapped me. in the
commentary,
cradle. It could
with
have
it
brought
actually
you your
talking,
memories.
within cutscenes of quests and everything like that,
Can call me
as
Ethan.
well as it's very fluid. It's a very fluid game. I
can't
don't
just
know
get
much
down
about
and
the
help. All you have to do-
PvP aspect of it, but it's fun. It's a very fun game. Now we're going to go ahead and show you what I mean by being overweight. See, we just got our machete. So let's go on out here. There's our first enemy. You want to do a jump attack to the back.
This is a life form that has been infected with stardust.
Boiled water.
It's
There's
called
some water.
deviant.
Let's go ahead and drink
Our
that.
world has been overrun with deviants ever since Starfall. Ordinary humans can't escape high levels of stardust. When they do, They end up just like that thing. But you're a metahuman. You should
Let's
be
go
fine.
ahead and go unlock this
In fact,
other
if the conditions are
chest.
right,
That
you
gives
might
us a
even
little
be
bit
able
of
to use
gear.
Stardust to your advantage.
It auto-equips, of course. There's another one right over here. Can't forget about it. Thanks to us being overweight and everything maxed out, we do quite a bit of more damage than the average Joe. Now, as you can tell, most of the stuff right off the bat is going to auto-equip to your hotkeys and everything else. You can pause and read that if you want. Now, first we're going to go to this direction so we can get this little chest right here. Crate. You want to go ahead and get everything you can while in here, because it's going to, well, you'll see when we get there, it's going to dump you out straight into the game. You're going to fly down. But before we do that, we have to complete the tutorial right here. You can read that if you want. Let's go right over here. Don't believe nothing's over here, no. So let's go back. Let's talk to this after image. Should suck us into the next area. Alright, now here you're gonna have to perform a snap, which is just Q, which let's show after images.
My butterfly. It's mine.
Before we do this last one, let's go ahead and get this crate. See what's in it. More metal scraps. Okay. Do the snap.
Powerful to challenge the
There we go. Of course, you don't want to listen to it if you can listen to it if you want, but I prefer not to because we're wanting to get straight into the actual game. Now, here's another fun perk. There's a lot of enemies where you can, you know, pick up weapons, like such as this briefcase, and it has a certain amount of ammunition in it, and then just right click to drop it. Get this gear crate. We got some rustic gloves. Now we go down here.
Deviation. We found it. Reach out your left hand. Let's see if
Here's
you
the
can feel the
deviation.
rhythm of it.
Now deviations
Try and
are
secure it.
basically items that give you either combat, where they join you in combat, and then as well as other things where they can gather for you. More of that later. So, now this is a beautiful cutscene, I do have to admit. Like I said, they put quite a bit of effort into making this game. Now, let's go ahead and go in here. Mitsuko. Talk.
V, you made it back. You're still alive.
Yes, and look what I found. A meta. Only just woken up. They were kind enough
Now,
to
we
activate
are
the cradle
metas
and
that you
set me
play
free.
as, and they have special abilities, as you can tell.
Mitsuko is a very special meta. It's thanks to her that I was able to take
Yes. The butterfly is an emissary of sorts. I wanted it to help rescue other metas. See that thing?
Now, let's go ahead and deposit,
The butterfly is recovered. I think it
synchronize.
likes you.
And let's go ahead and talk to continue.
We're finding...
As you can
No one's
tell,
exactly
since
sure
I've
what
already
the
played this, I'm
deviations
used to
get when
this.
that happens.
But every single time you start on a new server, you have to go through this.
It's
Every
not
single
that you
time.
must be-
Just
Be
forewarning you.
careful.
Shit, we must have gotten through. Come on, Meta. A deviation from another world just entered this space. Take the butterfly with you. It can help.
Now let's go ahead and get this chest right here, weapon crate, crossbow. Oh wait. Okay, let's read this real quick. You can pause to read. Now we're going to step right outside, and it wants you to cut some trees and mine some ore. So we're going to quickly cut. Also G to collect some water. You can turn dirty water into purified water at any cooking station. So we're going to quickly do that. Get quite a bit of logs. And now it wants you to collect gravel, which is just your random rocks, but what you want to do at the start is collect gravel through mining sulfur and copper, which you can run all through this starting area to collect all sorts of resources. So you can take your time in it before you actually have to continue the quest, which I would strongly recommend you doing. There's also deer in the starting area, so you can get ahead on things before you get put into the actual physical open world of the game. So you can have some leather and everything else to craft weapons and such, and, you know, armor. And that's just what we're going to do. We're going to collect quite a bit of these resources before we progress to kill the siren and the tutorial of the area. As you can tell, it wants you to set up camp already after you gather the resources, but we're not going to do that quite yet. We're going to gather quite a bit more resources before we go ahead and carry on, just to have a, you know, jump start. See, there's deer right over there, so what we'll want to do is set up a camp right here and then craft a crossbow so we can, you know, kill those deer right quick. So let's go ahead and press T. And then craft the crossbow. There we go. And then we're going to want to craft quite a few more arrows, boil some water, and yes, there's a timer on the crafting, but while that crafts, we can go ahead and try and kill some of these deer. Alright, there we go. We already see that book still over there. We're going to finish it off here in just a second. Let's go ahead and skin all these deer, get the meat and the rawhide, because this is used to craft with, which you're going to be needing quite a bit of it. Let's go finish off this deer, shall we? We got quite a few other deer over here. Damn, missed. Missed again. There, that one's taken care of. That one's taken care of. That one's taken care of. So let's go scan them real quick. And then we can carry on with opening. Oh, wait. What do we have over here? This looks like a little area. Now, as I was saying, you can stick inside of this tutorial area for quite some time and collect before getting put out into the actual game. So, why don't we just go ahead and come over here and explore. You never know what you might find. You want to look everywhere and always press F to pick up everything, because even though you might not see it, it still shall pick up something. I think we should have quite a bit of stockpile of copper ore. We want to go ahead and chop this tree, get us a couple more logs. Go ahead and eat and drink. Okay, now let's see what's in here. Oh, there's a storage crate. See, it always pays to look around. Never know what you just might find. And also check trash cans as well. Now these are used to recycle later on everything that you're picking up. Now there's another storage crate. And just like y'all, this is my first time exploring these areas too, because I went straight to doing the quest and didn't take my time to explore these areas. So, never know what you might find. But I think that's enough exploring. Let's go ahead and continue the quest. First, we're going to go to the tent and pick up our arrows and our now clean water. Let's go ahead and mine one more copper ore, shall we? Yeah, 300 copper ore. That should be plenty to start out. Collect everything on the way. It won't hurt. We can go ahead and come up here and check out the inside of here. See what else is in here. See? It pays to press F everywhere you go. Now let's quickly get back over here to our tent we placed down. And to note, resources do spawn quite fast in this game, as you can tell. These copper ores are already back, so might as well go ahead and mine some more. I mean, it never pays to have resources at your disposal. So you can just take your time in this tutorial starting area and gather as much as you please. Do note, though, the crates and stuff do not respawn. Let's go ahead and grab our boiled water and our arrows. here comes your first official tutorial boss fight as the Deviant. It's Siren, as it is called. And yes, quite a few of the bosses in this game are quite large, indeed. This is not a hard fight at all.
This siren, so strong.
Up towards the top.
It will fight alongside you. Now you'll see for yourself what it's capable of.
Aim for the heads like most, and you take most of them out. Now, duly noted, if you just click the L, just click your right mouse, you can just aim in. If you hold it, it's third person. And there it is, done. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The first tutorial boss is done. And this one right here will escape from you. So it doesn't matter what percentage you hit, it escapes. Let's go ahead and continue and talk.
Damn, it escaped.
That was a difficult fight. Just driving it away was enough.
You're tougher than... Yes. Mitsuko created this rift space.
Do you think that deviation will come back? What if it returns?
It's possible. Meta, will you go back to the physical world with me?
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the tutorial ends and the true game begins. So once you open this door, you're off to the actual game. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, for most of y'all, the tutorial should not take that long, but as you can tell, looking around and exploring the tutorial pays off, because you'll have to be in here fighting deviants to collect resources and stuff now. So, I think with that, the tutorial will be over, and I will call it quits on this 30-minute video. I do hope y'all enjoyed, and if you did, leave a like and comment down below, and possibly even subscribe. With that, we're gonna go ahead and cut it off here. Sith out.